I don't know whether to say good morning or good afternoon. I don't have a watch. So I hope you all are doing great. My name is Nicole JABO, and today I want to share with you a little bit of my story and hope that it can inspire you in one way or another. Before I get into the research and what I've been able to do as a student, I want to start by sharing with you my story when I was 18. I left Rwanda here when I was 18, going to the States, very excited. Ndi kuvuga ko navuye hano njya muri Amerika nk'aba youth benshi bari hano numvaga rwose kugaruka bitari hafa. Ndagenda nurira indege hanyuma ngerayo. Maze kugerayo nari nishimye cyane, nari mfite expectations nyinshi cyane, numvaga nukuri muri Amerika ari nka paradise. Hanyuma ngerayo ngira amahirwe ndiga ndarangiza, ariko nk'uko nabibabwiye numvaga rwose kugaruka nzagaruka mu myaka iri imbere, ngejeje nko mu myaka 30, 40, 50. Ariko murabona ko ntago ndageza kuri iyo myaka. Ubu naragarutse kandi burundu. Byose nabivugaga kubera yuko nashaka kuvuga kuri event imeze nk'iyi nabashije ku experiencinga mbaho ngaho muri Amerika. Ndi muri Amerika, nyakubahwa Perezida Kagame yaje kudusura muri Dallas mu muhango witwaga Youth Forum. And Your Excellency, I want to personally say I was very inspired. And as much as these events have become things that we are expecting, I want you to know that they really have an impact. Yaratuganirizaga akaza aherekejwe n'abaminisitiri batandukanye, bakatuganiriza ibintu byose turi curious about byo mu Rwanda. And it's very enlightening. We're very lucky we get to have these events here, and I just want to commend the government in general. Thank you so much. So, as Natalie shared, I'll be sharing with you what I've been able to do since I came back. I came back last year in September, and as of Sunday, I just graduated from my master's program in global health delivery at the University of Global Health Equity. So, during our final section of our studies, we assessed the financial burden of type 2 diabetes in Rwanda. We were mostly looking at what is the main cost and how heavy is the burden of diabetes on patients in Rwanda, given that diabetes is a disease that's ongoing, it is chronic, and we thought it probably cost patients a lot of money because it has more to do with just medical costs. It also has to do with non-medical costs. So my team and I delved deeper into this. And we were able to find that, as we assumed, this disease is expensive. Although it only affects 3% of the population in Rwanda, it's a disease that, even us as youth, let's not think that these diseases are only for old people and we're kind of invisible. We are for the most part, but it's also important to know and prevent ourselves from things that can be preventable with simple things as lifestyle changes. Therefore, this study was the first of its kind done in Rwanda. And some of the main challenges that we found were that although our participants had, majority of them were covered by health insurance, it was clear that there were about 40% of the costs were non-medical related, meaning they had to do with diet, which for diabetic patients is actually a requirement. They have a certain diet they have to adhere to, and if they don't have enough money, it can be very challenging, and 40% of the patients start to develop complications. Therefore, you might be wondering, how does this relate to you, the youth? You're young, you have probably nothing to do with diabetes for now. But I want to encourage you and tell you that for my personal self and my team, we're going to try to follow up on this research and make sure that we didn't just find these findings for us to graduate or for us to present this research to our school. We're going to go the extra step, and we'll be happy when, instead of, most of us, we graduate, we take pictures with our family, we're very happy. But we also want to take pictures with the patients that we have served when they're happy that there has been a difference in their lives thanks to our research. Therefore, I really want to encourage all of you. Every year, at the end of every year, there's so many graduates and there's so many dissertations and wonderful, beautiful, and inspiring papers that are written and some of them published. But I want to challenge you to go beyond and make sure that whatever it is that you're working on, you're thinking of the end user, which is the target population that you're serving. You have a lot of resources in your schools, universities. We even have the president as a support type of system. So please, I feel that we have everything that we need at our fingertips. So let's go the extra mile and do something about it. Another thing I wanted to raise is that research should not be something that is so far out of reach that we wait to read someone else's paper. I challenge you that let's find this research and let's do research that's relevant to us, relevant to our population, relevant to our priorities, and that is done by us. Lastly, I want to encourage you to be confident in yourselves and know that we actually have a role to play. We have a seat at the table. For policymakers to be able to make these policies, they need evidence-based research. They need the numbers. Numbers speak volumes. So I thank you very much, and I hope that my story in a little bit has inspired you to pursue your research and follow through.